Hello, I'm Pastor Caleb Schrader. I'm here with Kaley, Cline, and Laura Hill, and we are talking about their art installation for our Love Incarnate series. So one of the things I love about the art that I'm seeing this year is each medium is very creative. So what you guys have come up with is unique. I've never seen it anywhere before. What we have here, the stained glass is unique. They just sort of invented it. Talk to me a little bit about how you came up with the idea. Explain what your medium is and then how you came up with the idea for this medium.
Okay, so when AJ came and said that she wanted us to collaborate and we needed it to be a stained glass window, she told me my partner was Laura, and Laura is an awesome photographer. So I knew that I really wanted to incorporate her photos somehow. And also have this fit with Curtis's talk, but I wasn't sure how to make the stained glass, but I really wanted light to shine through. So I had this crazy idea to print pictures on vellum. Vellum is a translucent paper that light can shine through. So I wanted to incorporate the pictures that Laura's taken, pictures that other people have taken, and then have it so the light can shine through the pictures. So that was the first thought, and then we kind of like brainstormed with Clint also about how we were going to make them colorful because the vellum is white. So we tried oil pastels, that didn't work. We tried paint, and that didn't work. And then Clint was like, "What about cellophane?" We were like, "Oh yeah, so let's use cellophane." And so we ended up deciding to use the whole thing is crazy. I don't know how we came up with it either, but we used poster board plastic to build it on, and then we put our vellum pictures, and then we put the cellophane on top of the vellum pictures and just pieced each one together, pane by pane, basically.
So it's like the pictures are behind the stained glass and the light shines through.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Laura, I know that you've sort of selected a lot of those photos. So share with me a little bit about how you chose the photos that you chose. What were you looking for when you're choosing those photos?
I was looking for pictures where you could tell that they're giving their all. So there's a lot of pictures where people are jumping through the air or running really hard. And then there's even some where they're just in a Bible study or praying together. So that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. So the theme of the message that you guys are helping people meditate on is loving the Lord your God with all of your strength. So help me see how that art piece ties in with that message. What's the connection there? Okay,
so one of the things that we did was text. I sent Curtis a text and said, "Okay, tell me what you're preaching on," and you know, he gave us the background about teaching about people loving the Lord with all their strength. But one of the things he did say in there was actually just loving God with your everything. And so we kind of went with that, and whenever we did our rough sketch that we made, Laura was like, "Ooh, what if we put the word everything above it?" And then that's how we selected the pictures too, was people loving God with their everything through serving in the church, just through loving each other, and just in their everyday lives with their actions, and you can just see people loving God, and that's what we wanted to portray.
That's awesome. One of the things I love about it too is that we have such a vibrant community here, and we have so many various ways that people serve God with their strengths, right? That they have different artistic talents. They have different ways of serving within the body. They have different ways of teaching or encouraging. And because we have all those photos, we can represent just this wide array of the different ways that people at Faith Community are loving the Lord with their everything, with all of their strengths. So I think it's awesome, and I love also just all the creativity that we have at our church. That I can just like give out this idea, and people can take it and run with it and come up with these things that are so creative and so worshipful. Yeah, and
one thing I did want to mention too is that's one of the reasons we put the wise men, because they're bringing gifts, and because of all how awesome it is that there are so many, all the people in our church using their gifts to love God with their everything, and using those gifts and bringing their gifts.
That's awesome.
Kind of like the wise men did.
Yeah. So If you haven't seen it yet, come down to Faith Community, check out our art installation, and your art piece is actually going to be right out in front of our nursery in the hallway. So look for that on Sundays. Thank you guys so much for listening.